fade out.
No, I forgot to fade it out. We're all jamming. Crazy.
Oh, that's funny.
Welcome to the show, folks. It's Friday night, 7:30. You know what that means. It's time for the Panhandle Fishing Report, where each week we bring you the best in inshore, offshore, and pier surf fishing right here along the Panhandle. I'm your host, Mike Smith, Smitty Surf Fishing, and with me always is my co-host.
What's going on, everybody? It's Demo from Find a Demo Surf Fishing Podcast. Welcome to the weekend, and a good one it's gonna be. Dude, I'm jazzed up about this weekend.
Heck
That
yeah.
weather looks primo.
It is going to be great. We're going to get into that in just a second. You know what else is great about this weekend?
I think you're going to tell me.
It is our Rod Demo Day on Sunday.
Oh, yeah. We have to work Sunday.
That's right. March 6th. I can't find my feet. What? Salty McCrory. What is going on with your feet?
You're in the chair watching it on the big screen. You have to be able to see your feet.
That's right. This Sunday at 8 a.m., Marine Park here in Navarre. We will be out there. Brian and I will have Blake Hunter from Real 38. He's going to be bringing in some of his rods and gear and apparel for sale. We'll have Joe Trainer is coming with some powered surf carts. I think he said he's got like 7 of them he's bringing. Salty McCrory will be there. Salty's Pompano Rigs. I'm sure he'll have some good stuff. And if you guys were following him on social media, he'll have some things out there this weekend. Let's see who else is going to come. Alex, I hope I'm pronouncing this right. Papini. He's bringing ghost shrimp pumps. He's a local guy here that's making ghost shrimp pumps. So he'll have some of those out there and have those out for sale. Let's see who else. Who am I missing? Seaborn.
Joe.
Custom rods.
Seaborn Custom. Yep, Seaborn Customs coming. We've got that one. We've got, I think you got them all. And then we might have a couple of surprises popping up here and there. So we're still working on that one to figure that one out.
We did forget somebody. Josh from Emerald Coast.
I'm trying to
Bait and Tackle.
Emerald Coast Bait and Tackle. That's right. Emerald Coast Bait and Tackle will be out with, we will reconfirm tomorrow, but there should be things for sale from the tackle shop. This is also going to be a couple of cool different things. A swap meet. So if you've got gear you want to sell, you got things sitting in the garage, you got rods that are just sitting there waiting to be sold, they're just collecting dust. Bring it down. Let's see what else. Josh has got those. We're going to have Gomexis knobs on almost all the reels. I guess now's a good time to just go ahead and say it. Gomexis will have they're supporting us. They support Mike and myself. They support both. We are quote unquote sponsors. So we will have a discount code for you all very soon. I have it, but we'll see. We might come out tonight, but we'll have a discount code for you guys if you want to start ordering Gomexis knobs. If you've been on the fence, come try them out. We have different sizes and different grips, if I'm not mistaken. I think you and I have different ones. We don't have all the same.
Right. And I think the reels that Salty's bringing on his TFO rods, because he's going to have some TFO rods out there. He has Gomexis knobs on all of those too. So they're definitely game changers. If you haven't used one, if you've seen them, just like the rods, if you're on the fence about them, you want to check them out. They are awesome. They make them for everything. Can't wait for the direct fit placement for the battles and the spin fishers that are coming out. That's going to be awesome.
They also have a couple new lines coming out, and we won't have them yet. Unfortunately, they were just shipped yesterday, so I won't get it in time. But they've got new carbon fiber knobs that are coming on the market. So if you're looking for a carbon fiber, like I've got the Conflict 2, the carbon fiber set, for matching that one. And they're getting bigger on their conventional reel setups and inshore. So you're going to start seeing basically knobs for everything. If you want to upgrade, there's going to be a lot of good stuff with that. So
knobs for everyone.
Knobs. You get knobs. You get a knob.
You get a knob. Everybody gets a knob. We'll have, let's see, there's a link and under the discussion for the event, but all the rods that we're going to have out there, we're going to have the TFOs, we're going to have the over the bars, the Florida Surfcasters, the Ninja Daggers, the Surf Pros. We'll have some of the pins. It's just going to be a bunch of rods, that you can go out, try before you buy. basically. Talking with Mark Burford. I see he's on watching. He's offered to combine shipping. So if folks want to, he can do 2 rods at a time in a container. So if folks want to buy rods and want to save some money on shipping, you'll have to call an order from him, but he's willing to, put the orders together and ship them out to individuals. But that'll have to be a direct call conversation with Mark for those. But he did offer to do that, which is great.
Very cool.
Yeah, save some folks some money.
Hey, if you guys want, I know people get worried about bringing cash to an event like this. If you got Venmo, Zelle, PayPal, there's other ways to make payments. So I'll bring my credit card reader out for my business if I have to. If we have to go down that path, I'll find a way to help you guys out with this one. But either way, if you want to buy stuff, we'll have the things available. And don't worry, Abby's not in Girl Scout cookies, so I won't have anything out there for crap you that way.
That would be awesome.
It would be a good place. Anyway.
Somebody wants to show up with Girl Scout cookies, man.
Yeah, because my
probably makes some money.
My skinny ass.
So we're going to be set up at Marine Park. Like I said, it's at the east end of Navarre Beach. We're going to be there early. We're going to try to rope off some areas so that the vendors, when they show up, have a place to park, and we're all concentrated in one area. We're going to try to secure the Thin Mints. I'm there. Yeah, you and me both, Jeremy. We're going to try to secure the area right off the ramp on the water. And we're really not going to be strung out for fishing, but we will have a good spread just so you can have a couple people casting at once. We'll have all the rods and rod holders set up so you can just walk down there, see what you want to throw, and have at it. If you have your own reel that you are interested in, see how it does with a rod or whatever, by all means, bring it with you. There's some things we can do. We're just going to have weights, some assorted pyramids, basically, maybe some Sputniks as well, so that you can throw. We're just going to clip those on the end of the line and have at it.
Heave ho.
Yeah.
Don't worry. If you break it, you bought it.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
Keep in mind, everybody. I mean, these are our personal rods. We did not go out and get them from any of the shops. We don't have any of that kind of stuff. This is our personal stuff. So, we're going to be out there with you. We want to, we can explain and talk about the rods. Everything will be good to go. So, don't risk the Sputniks with me. Don't worry, Larry. If I can't break it off, you'll be okay.
Yeah, Larry, you'll be good.
Quirky people I know when it comes to break, and not to mention, I know for me, I'm putting on 50-pound mono for stretch. So we can throw weight. I'm not worried about it. I'm good there.
Yeah.
What else we got? I mean, we got the sand spikes, our standard spikes. You'll have some of Brian's out there.
Yeah.
So we'll have those ones. We'll have Fish and Mate ones. I feel like we're forgetting something, and I don't know what it is, and I don't like it.
Let me see the list.
Okay.
Just pop it. All right, good. That's all I had.
All right. Well, and I didn't put them on the list, but I'm bringing one of the things I've been creating. You guys will see it. Don't worry.
Yeah. It'll be out there. It's especially for surf fishermen. It'll come in handy.
It's a useful kind of stupid. So
yeah,
keep
actually.
That.
Hey, so do you know what else is going on? Well, actually, tonight. This is our 15th show. That's 15 weeks of doing this so far. Which is pretty amazing. That's pretty awesome. Hour long each week.
I know it's stupid, dude. I don't. It's not stupid, but I really no, Mark. I do not, and I don't think Mike does either.
I do not know.
I really look forward to this one. Like all day when I'm at work, through the week, you and I talk all the time. But I mean, I look forward to doing this, dropping normal episodes, but then this one at night. It's just fun.
Yeah, I enjoy it. I look forward to it. Fridays, I'm like, okay, it's show night. I start going through, questions and things we can talk about, getting the post, the feed, coordinate with the captains, make sure, and the guides, to make sure we're all on board and everybody's going to be here. Coordinate some new guides. So we do have an announcement. We have a new captain joining the team, Captain Mark, and I hope I'm pronouncing his last name right, Hatze.
That's right.
From 30A Light Tackle. He's going to be joining the team. He'll be on here in about 2 weeks. to give offshore reports, which is awesome. Always like to get new folks in, and we're working on one other. We'll solidify that this weekend, and as soon as we get that down, we'll make that announcement. He's already said yes, but he's a busy man, and we want to make sure that he's got the time to do it. So we'll be talking with him this weekend to bring on another inshore, nearshore captain as well. So
I'm
trying to get
apologize for Mike's video. Mike, you're not moving. You're digital. Your voice is okay, but
really?
Yeah, you're not streaming much. But I think your controls are working okay, so we'll be fine.
Okay, as long as the sound's coming out, we're good. What do we got here? But yeah, we'll get those folks out, and it's all to bring the report and the content to you guys so that you can be better prepared going into the weekend and know what your game plan is going to be to catch fish.
Yep.
Speaking of this week, let's go ahead and jump into the weather.
It's gonna be this weekend's gonna be good.
Yeah,
about it.
Yeah, it was looking rough going into next week.
Yeah, because we can't have it nice. We can't have it perfect. Why would we have that?
I had that, and is it sharing?
Not yet.
Am I sharing? Sure.
The camper blocking your signal. Feels right. It's because your rig's mad at you because you're selling it. That's what it is.
Yeah. If anybody wants a camper, got one for sale here soon.
Yeah.
All right, what's going on? Am I frozen? Because I seem to be moving fine on my feed.
Yeah, on my side and on the Facebook side, I keep checking it. You're moving at about the exact same speed, exact same pace. Words.
Oh, really?
I do not have them tonight.
All right. Well,
here we go.
Now, there it goes.
There we go. There we go. A little buffer.
All right.
You just need the pinwheel.
Tomorrow's looking great. 72. Southeast winds at 16. Gonna be windy. Sunday, 74. Here's what I'm more interested in is the lows. Right? Keeping the water temperature going. We're getting down here. Like the following week we may dip down into the 40s, 38, but the next 10 days it's looking pretty good, other than Monday, Thursday. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday.
Wednesday and what's that? So 46 next. So the next report we have, it'll be chilly that night, and then the following morning will be Saturday. And it's Florida, so we all know it could change in a heartbeat like it did last week.
Oh yeah.
So this weekend's going to be good fishing. I mean that temperature right there, sunny. The wind's going to suck a little southeast, but we fished in worse.
Yeah, I like some wind, something to stir up the water, not necessarily to cloud it up, but to stir it up, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Don't need a whole bunch of garbage floating in like seaweed and everything else, but stirring up the bottom, getting those clamps, getting the sand fleas moving, which we have reports for the surf fishermen out there. Sand fleas are showing up, so it's not going to be too much longer.
I'm going to start doing I can't wait for the sand flea shuffle, but this is the year, and I'm going to go ahead and say it again because I've been using them a lot lately, especially now so that I've been a little bit more available to fishing. Mossy Head, I've talked about these nets before. We did a whole bunch talking about this. Bill's got some as well. Sean's got them. We've been using them. I've been using them a lot more, and I will be stuffing them with coquinas and getting a little violent with a smashing device.
Nice.
We've got so many bait options available. It's hard not to use something like that. We've talked about it. So, Bearded Brad, we've had some sand fleas in Fort Morgan. Good news. Oh man, that's good news right there. All right. So, hey everybody, the sand fleas are starting to come back up. If you haven't yet, I'd recommend this. I'm going to give a shameless plug over to Salt Squatch. Go back and take a look at one of his videos. He's got I believe it's 3 or 4 5-gallon buckets set up for you to go to the beach with ice, sand fleas, shrimp, clams. There was something else he had in there. But he has a really smart setup for transporting. excellent video for your knowledge to help you take that stuff out there to go from that. Also, Get 'em Green Rigs. Cliff has mentioned a couple times on his page about how he transports sand fleas and how he keeps them alive. And as shameless as it is, this little Walmart bucket is a cheater. You can find them pretty easy. It's got a double pail in here. You've got a mesh side and a solid side. One side for your sand fleas, ice on the bottom. If you wanted to do some shrimps or anything like that, you need a submersion liquid. Real useful, easy to go with there. But there's lots of good. Hey, Cliff, just talking about you. Welcome. There's a lot of ways for you to be able to transport. So with them starting to show up, now's a great time to start getting them, bringing them home, blanching them, doing that. Or if you can keep them alive for the week, have at it, man. You can't have enough for the sand fleas.
No, and they will last a while if cared for properly. They'll last a couple days, 3-4 days easily. Keeping them cool, keeping them dry is the main thing. So those perforated buckets and things like that, so that all the waste can just drop to the bottom. That's the thing that kills them the most. If they don't have any way to discard the waste, they'll just die.
Where am I getting clams? Donnie, if I'm getting coquina clams, I'm getting them in the surf with my sand rake. Normally, that's probably what my rake gets full of more than anything. That's kind of ashamed to say that. If I'm not using coquina and I'm using other clams, I'm picking them up at Winn-Dixie or Where You At Seafood, which is close by to us, Navarre Seafood Market. I'll grab them there, smash them together, and scoop them out and keep them off that way. That's how I normally get clams.
Yeah, if you're going to get the clams, and we've done it before, Publix does them too, but make sure they're the big clams. They're like chowder clams. I think you get more out of them as opposed to the maybe. I don't know. I just know it's not the little nicks, the real small ones. Yeah, you don't want those because they're just too hard. But if you're going to mash them and stick them in the bag, it wouldn't be bad. But the smaller ones, by the time you shell them and then go to cut them up into a piece to put on your hook, you got like one bait out of it. So it makes sense to get the bigger ones. Hey,
Mark, if you're still online, remind me of which one it is, because I know you guys use them over there. I'm almost positive it's Quahog, but I could be very wrong. But they're the big mussels. I've also been known to go to Publix and grab their seafood medley pack with squid, shrimp, and a bunch of other stuff that's frozen. I mean,
maybe a stir fry, maybe bait. Who knows?
I mean, when desperate times call for desperate measures. Cliff, absolutely native baits. They're salted clams, great product. Stays on the hook for a very long time, which I was impressed with. I was very shocked. But another really good company to talk with there. But
yeah,
I mean,
go
ahead.
Speaking of companies, great podcast today.
Thanks, man.
The Finding Demo Surf Fishing Podcast. If you guys didn't check that out, he had Britt Burford, Fish Bites Britt, and had all the great knowledge on fish bites. It was a lot of knowledge dropped on that one.
I definitely learned a couple things on that one. I will definitely not. I definitely won't sleep on taking some squid out more often to the beach with me, especially in the near future, and on a boat. But every time before last year, man, I used squid. I always caught those stupid rays. What was the net bag you smash up sand fleas, etc., to put on your hook? I missed what you were talking about. Okay, Vernon. So it is Mossy Head Bait Company. I will come. This is just a different tube. Pay no attention to what I'm doing with this one, but he's got lots of videos on it. He's on YouTube, so he's got a lot of really good information. Also with the giant horse syringe. Lots of good stuff with that. But Mossy Head is the one I normally use when I'm going to use mesh nets.
Yeah, absolutely. Get that scent out there, get all those little bits and pieces floating around, bring in those fish. Man, a lot of great stuff. Yeah, I keep watching my video, keeps locking up here every now and then, but doesn't seem to be too bad.
Well, we were at 20-minute mark, and we've done through the main first share. So, I mean, worst case, we can just
there you go.
Oh, wait, no, before we get to the captains.
We got a question.
We have a question of the week, sir.
Go ahead. Oh, you want me to ask?
No, I got it. I mean, I'm fine. My videos are good. All right, everybody. So if you're watching the show, please, as always, participate by asking questions. Jump in here. throw it in. We are going to ask the captains this. So the question posed that came up, the red snapper numbers, should we have a yearly season? I say yes.
This sparked a conversation we were having through one of our chats with some other folks. And, I didn't realize how plentiful red snapper was here in the Pensacola area for, I'll say, centuries, going back to the 1800s. When we started digging into the actual history of it, I mean, it was called the Pensacola red snapper for a reason. Boats were going in and out, just slaughtering them, like just shipping them all up the coast. And then, the fishery got, the U.S. decided, okay, we got to put a cap on what we can do. And they started pushing farther south, almost down to Cancun area, right around that Cozumel area of Mexico. And we're still, we had boats from Pensacola that were going down there, filling up, and then coming back with snapper. It was amazing to read about the history behind it. But I've been out quite a bit in the bay, and I mean, we get snapper almost every trip on some of these off some of these wrecks. And what sparked the conversation was there's a video floating around on Facebook, but someone dropped a Go Fish cam down, and we're showing how they used to catch white trout and croakers and things off of this one spot, and now the only thing you're going to get down there is red snapper because they're such a invasive species down there. To me, and then for our offshore guys, and I wish Captain Hilliard was on tonight, but our offshore guys, they go out there and they're just every drop they're bringing up snapper, and not small snapper, but great big breeder size snapper.
Mm-hmm.
So I think you could do, in my opinion, you could do a year-long season, but keep the 2 fish limit on it.
I mean, even a 1 fish if you're still worried, do a small push back in. It's like trigger. I mean, we were just talking about trigger in that same text group. Hell, Sean was even talking about it. You can't drop a line down to get to the bottom without getting slaughtered by trigger.
Mm-hmm.
But on the same one, the FWC, which I'm learning about, has only a couple of marking points that they go out and look and say, oh, no, they're not here. It's kind of like, okay, well, that doesn't mean that they're all here. It's a giant body of water.
Right.
On the same one, I go back to what I said before. The casual anglers such as ourselves are the ones that get punished for the overfishing of the commercial industry.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, I still have heartache with that on that piece. Look, I get it. People want to eat, hey, I'm all for saying, fine, you want to make a commercial, make it that way, fine, rod and reel it. But again, that's just one guy's in his garage opinion. I do think I think a one's a good one. Open it up to ones and play it out. They've had a couple of really good years of regrowth. We've seen the season open up here and there a little bit more, and I think we will start seeing a year-round once a run. Hell, it might even get to the point where we do with trout. Look, the trout have a spawning season. Don't touch them. You don't get them for this month. That's not a bad.
Flounder this year, same way. This is the first year we shut down flounder here that I can remember for a month because that's their spawning season. Give them a month to make babies or whatever, and then head back in and we go from there. Speckled trout the same way. I'd be great with that. Cliff Gardner saying, Florida needs to work on their seasons in general, and I get it. It's more of a they have the federal season, and then they have the Gulf Coast Federation between, here, Alabama, Mississippi, into Texas, Louisiana, and they all have their separate snapper seasons and limits. They have your federal season and then your state season.
Yeah.
Mr. Jack Moran, what's happening, buddy?
Hey, Jack.
We're talking red snapper fishing right now. And,
but the other one, too, is the East Coast gets how many, what did we say, 10 trigger, and we get 1?
And we get 1 in the Gulf.
In the Gulf. I mean, it's like, okay, so you're telling me trigger doesn't go around the bend. Right?
Yeah.
Okay. You can go back and forth on whichever. Never had it, so I don't know. I'm just in that mindset of Now, can we make it equal across the board? Probably, but
Yeah.
big ass ocean, and we've only studied what, a couple % of it. So
Right.
again, the guy in his garage sitting here having a conversation, solving all the world. Like we just solved the world's problems and we're a box of donuts.
Yeah. The other thing that was brought up in the article we were talking about is all of the artificial reefs that are dumped right now.
Yeah.
As you're heading out, where before red snapper would stay out deep, because they didn't have that protection where they could run in because they would be sharked as they made their way to the bay. The bay is full of red snapper. It is amazing how much red snapper is in the Pensacola Bay area. But now that we've had all those artificial reefs put off in the Gulf, they're able to make their way in, by like running from building to building, if you will, to get away from the sharks, to make their way in. So I think it's healthy enough. Again, I'm no marine biologist or anything, like you said, just two guys sitting in the garage bullshitting. That it's a healthy enough fishery that it should be open year round. Maybe a closed month, but there's no reason why it can't. Keep the limit 16 inches and one per person. And
yeah. All right. What say all of you? I mean, I'm not seeing
Yeah.
much comments in here. What do you guys think? I'd love to hear what your opinions are, because in reality, like I said, it's a bunch of us sitting around on our couches on a Friday night at 7, 8 o'clock, wherever you are in the world, enjoying a conversation. Speaking of that, hold up. What are you drinking tonight? You did not enter with what your drink of the night is.
I got 2 of these left, so I'm taking care of the pickled ciders here.
Nice.
Pickled hard seltzer. They're pretty good. These are my last 2, so I guess I'm gonna have to make a trip back to Texas when the gas prices go down.
I was gonna say you better go get an electric or get a bike or something.
Yeah.
Frank, that is in the works. I did have a scheduled event with FWC for a podcast. Unfortunately, that event got, I won't say canceled. Let's just say it got pushed back. Working on it though. It's gonna happen one way or another. If I have to drive to Tallahassee, it's gonna happen.
Oh yeah, that'd be pretty cool, actually.
I mean, I do have to go east soon. I mean, we've still got the tournament. So if I got to do a stop in there and like, what's up, people? Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Playing with one of my new toys. I shouldn't be playing with that.
Jack Moran's drinking Knob Creek tonight. Oh, that's some good stuff.
Nubby?
I like their, is it the maple? Smoked maple?
Oh.
I think it is. Oh, that's delicious. That's good stuff.
For those
on drift,
can you repeat the question then answer? Sure, Jeremiah. Wow, South Florida. You went down to South Florida? Why do I think I heard about this for some reason? The question was, Jeremiah, red snapper numbers. Should we have a yearly season of fishing?
Yeah.
Bill, Bill text, but hey, we're going to bring him on. I think, is he? Bill's up. So. Because we don't have Brandon, so I guess we could just bring him. Jack. What's up, Bam Outdoors? Good evening. Good evening.
Bam Outdoors.
Jeremiah.
Doing,
yeah,
buddy?
We'll see if they pop up. I see what I smell the poop you're putting down.
Yeah. So
Blane.
all the streams, Brian and I can see all the comments from the different streams. If you're watching it from Panhandle Fishing Report, then you're only going to see the comments from Panhandle Fishing Report. So we'll try to get all those questions and comments in there.
Phenomenal cosmic power. Well, in that case, well, let's go into it then.
I'm gonna take this away, and then we'll bring in Captain Lipscomb with E6 Inshore Fishing Adventures. What's up, buddy?
What's happening, fellas? It's another fine night, and it's warm, and I like it.
It is warm.
Ran a few trips this week. Water temperature in the bay is 60, almost 61. Mm-hmm. If you get up in the canals, it's 62 to 64 degrees, depending on where the canal's at.
Is that where you were finding those trout?
Yeah. But they're all babies. They're little now. I think the bigger ones are starting to move out because the water's getting warmer.
Mm-hmm.
And as soon as we have, I'd say if we get 3 or 4 more degrees in the bay, we're going to be good. And it's going to start picking up.
I miss trout. It's so good.
I can't wait. I'm ready for. I enjoy popping corks and just
Oh yeah, popcorn
throwing them out there with DOA behind it or something. A Gulf shrimp or.
You guys could put anything under a popcorn.
That's true.
Miradine, a spoon, a gulp shrimp, voodoo shrimp. Yes.
That's almost like a slow jig or a pit.
Yes.
Slow pitch jig. Wow, that's well played, sir. Well played.
It works. I've caught a lot of fish on popping corks doing different stuff, and I'm gonna let y'all in on a little secret.
Don't worry, we won't tell anybody.
I like secrets. There's only 22 people watching, so
all right. Take a topwater bait.
Uh-huh.
Any type of topwater bait, Zerspook, skitterwalk, whatever. Take the back hook off. Run you a leader about 18 inches to 2 feet behind it, and put you a jig on there. It like maybe a 1/16 of an ounce jig, 1/8 ounce jig, and you can put a curly tail on there or whatever. Doesn't matter. Paddle tail, doesn't matter. And work that thing like a topwater bait. There's a good chance that you can catch 2 trout at the same time.
2 trout.
You bastard.
Works. I had an old man tell me that years and years and years and years ago. He's like, I'm telling you, this works. And I was like, okay. So I tried it. I was skeptical, but I tried it. Like the 8th cast, I tried it, man. Boom, 2 trout.
A double up on a topwater and curly tail pitch behind.
Yes.
That is friggin' brilliant.
It works. It catches redfish too.
Oh.
If you get a redfish that's like, he'll follow a topwater bait, but he ain't wanting to commit. But if he sees that jig behind it, he'll eat that jig every time.
Take the easy meal.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I don't hate the idea of hitting a trout and a red on the. Man, can you imagine the fight?
Oh, that'd be cool.
Yeah.
A double up on that. Oh man,
yes, it would be cool. I don't know if you guys seen my pictures.
Mm-hmm.
We had a young man caught a 28-inch redfish yesterday, and it was just over 10 pounds.
Cool.
Damn, it's been eaten.
Yeah. And he was in about 8 foot of water. But because the water clarity is so clear right now, you could see him swimming down there. And I was like, hey, there's some fish right in front of us. Let's just toss out in front of him a little bit and wait and see. Boom, hit it. Live shrimp on the bottom. Crushed it.
Yeah, the clarity is definitely increased. But it's a little spooky. Mike and I were in the boat. Jack caught a trout on a second cast, but as we were watching, there was some nice big one just walking the shoreline, just going slow. I was like, "Yep, they're here."
Yeah.
I didn't really realize how bad Sally screwed up the sound.
Mm.
The amount of sand on the south side of the sound is amazing. And there's holes that were 13 feet are now not there.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Used to, you could go where the pavilions are at Opal Beach. You could pull right up to the beach.
Mm-hmm.
You can't do that now.
Really?
Can't do it now. So
that was one of my favorite areas back there, and then the cove right just east of Portofino. Was another good one that I used to like hit, and I haven't been over there since I got my boat.
The cove is still 6 or 7 feet.
Okay. Good.
But there's a lot of sand. Just it's crazy. I was like, oh my God, I didn't think it would be that bad, but it's pretty bad. But then again, that shows you how much I fish in that area. I don't fish in that area too often, but I started venturing over that way this winter, and I was like, man, it's crazy.
Well, that point over there been a really good one for trout and red, from what I've been hearing with those grass flats there. I know Frank. I believe Frank's been down there a few times on foot.
Yeah, he learned that spot from some guy. I don't know who it would be.
Oh yeah.
Wonder who that was.
Somebody took him out there once, and
yeah.
Frank,
thanks, Frank.
I know you're there. I know you're in the comments.
Yeah.
Yep. You just laughed.
Yep, he's there.
Yeah, he's he still can't net fish worth a crap, so it's all good.
Oh, it's been called out.
So catching, trout still up in the canals. Big ones are moving out onto the flats, hopefully.
There's quite a few redfish around. There's been some reports of some bull reds being still caught in the bay, but
that's what we were hoping for.
I still think it's still a little bit too cold water for them to bite, like a readily bite. But if you can get the bait and just slow pull it right to their face, they'll eat it. But it's got to
for the big reds, or are you talking trout?
For redfish? For redfish, you got to pull it right to their face. If you don't pull it right to their face, they're gonna spook. I don't know. They just peripheral vision. They're like, oh, gotta go.
We were driving around Wednesday in the bay and checking on spots and stuff, and the amount of bait fish pods that we would come up on that would be hovering, over these structured spots down about, up to about 10 feet to the surface, and it was just solid. Drops the beaky down there, and you were tearing up pinfish and shiners and stuff. That amount of fresh bait, I would imagine it's going to be hard to get those bigger bulls to bite on something.
Well, they're definitely, the bait's definitely coming back.
Yeah.
I actually got this. I mean, I always check and see at the boat ramp, how many, is there any bait coming in yet or not? And did actually see some pinfish swimming around the dock. So I'm like, all right, well, they're starting to come back. I saw a video today of a pinfish that some kid caught. It's like now the world record pinfish.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was, I don't know, like 2 pounds or something.
That's a big pin.
Yeah, it's huge.
Yeah.
Biggest one I ever seen. Looked like a porgy.
Say at that size, you might as well eat it, because I mean that's a serious amount right there.
Yeah.
Huh. 2 pound.
Yeah, this thing's huge.
Probably caught him a Zebco.
Yeah.
With a 2 pound, with a 3 pound cricket.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
But yeah, the bite has been just slow everywhere, but it's starting to come around, which is, I've been looking forward to that.
Yeah.
But if we have another dip in temperature, it's going to screw them up again, and we'll have to start over. So
yeah, that's why I was looking at, that those lows in the 60s aren't going to be so bad. But there's a couple of days where it drops 39, 40, back into the 50s, we're going to be starting over again.
You get the water temperature to go to like, it might be getting up to like in the 65 range, and you're like, all right, good. And then we hit the 30s again, it'll drop it down to 60 again in no time. And you're like, well, here we go, starting over.
Yeah, couple that with some fresh water from the rains and all the runoff.
Yeah, they're saying we're supposed to get like just over 1.25 inches, hopefully. But then maybe north of us might get more than that. I don't know,
and I mean that's one of the things that we're talking with. I mean, how we talk about it in a couple of offline chats. We haven't talked about it on here, but I mean, when it rains, yeah, that's great. But it also changes the bite. It just things until the water can catch back up. You got silt move. You got all these pieces. It plays a significant factor in your fishing.
Yes.
Got to be ready.
Especially if they have a lot of rain up north and it comes down the rivers and it gets into the bay, especially Escambia Bay. For some reason, that river is just dirty, and all the muddy water that comes down that river comes right into the bay, and it just takes forever for that stuff to go out. There again, we had talked about tidal movement in the sound and how it's an accordion. And that's kind of how that stuff is too, because it may get to the pass, but then by the time you have then it comes low tide, and you're like, well, it's just sitting there. And then it gets pushed up a little bit from high tide, and by the time low tide goes again, it might get to the mouth of the pass, and then it pushes it back in. So
Frank just popped on there. I'm going to take Capt and Bill Pompano fishing from the surf when they show up.
Oh, good, cool, cool.
Fair payback.
Yeah.
You just make sure you cross his line a couple times.
I'll just cut it.
Just
So, you're talking about up in the Escambia Bay and stuff. An old tale I heard was if you mix the water and it's not salty, you might as well just leave. And
Yeah.
for the East River, East Bay, Escambia Bay, because the fish just aren't there. The salinity has just gotten so
Well,
screwed up that
I can attest to the fact that the salinity in East Bay is awesome right now.
yeah. Oh, really?
Oh yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. When we had that tournament a couple weeks ago,
That's what
it was blowing, and yeah, it was good for the sinuses. I can tell you that.
Yeah, gotcha.
But
you've got another tournament coming up soon. Is that correct?
yeah, Panama City on the 12th, and then my first fishing club tournament will be on the 26th at East River. We're gonna launch at East River Bridge.
All right. And what was that? If they want more information, because this is everything. This is boat and kayakers are welcome.
Boat, kayakers. I mean, you can go out there on a raft. You can make a raft. I don't care.
Going on my poop emoji float.
Hey, there you go. I would pay money to see that.
Good money or like $1?
Well, I don't know.
I mean, I have done some stupid stuff for a free T-shirt. You know how we are in the military.
Well, you Marine guys would. I don't know about us Air Force guys.
That is true. I mean, hell, I got talked into doing a cartwheel by Salty for no apparent reason other than the fact that my friend
I thought you were getting a box of crayons for that.
I already had it. I ate it. I can't let crayons sit here. What's wrong with you, man? They're like my gummy worms.
I know it.
I know it. Awesome report this week, Captain. You guys definitely getting on the fish. Things are heating up. You said your tournament's coming up the 26th.
March 26th, yeah.
Yep.
Awesome. So if you guys want to
all the information of that will be on the Facebook page, Panhandle Inshore Fishing Club.
Awesome. Looking forward to that one. And then the redfish tournament is Emerald Coast Redfish or something like that. Emerald Coast Redfish.
Yep, Emerald Coast Redfish Circuit.
Yep. Out in Panama City on the 12th. Also the same day as the Emerald Coast Bait and Tackle Customer Appreciation Sale. So that's also on March 12th as well. Brian and I will be there live casting and showing you guys all the good deals that are happening.
I'll probably be tuning in while we're sitting there waiting for the wind to die down. So
there you go. Awesome, buddy. Another good report. Appreciate it. And,
all right, man.
We'll catch you next week.
All right, e6ifa.net. Hit me up.
There you go. All right, folks.
We'll catch y'all later.
Hi, Bill. Good stuff on the inshore coming up.
Yeah, he's got Bill's on it. Like I think Frank went out fishing with him and stuff, and definitely a great time. He's going to get you on the fish. If you're not following him, go over there and check him out on Facebook, E6 Inshore Fishing Adventures. And then if you're interested in booking a charter with Captain Bill, check him out on e6ifa.net. You can get all his information there, and he will definitely get you on fish. So it's time to jump into.
Well, what we're going to do is we're going to the one and the only Perdido Blane. We got Mr. Blane Roberts coming on. Good evening, sir.
What's going on, fellas?
What is up, buddy?
Been hanging out in the green room, checking out the fun stuff. Anything catch your eye?
No, I was listening to Bill, man. I always learn stuff from him. Like when he started talking about the spook with a paddle tail, man, that's a video. That's my next video. Yep. Take that.
Just set that right on the kayak, dude. Like that was the first thing I thought it was a kayak. I'm like, okay, I can put that on the 7-foot Shimano. I can walk that back with that one moonwalker. Oh yeah, it's going on.
Yeah, it's on. And I was already thinking, I was like, man, I got a skitter walk in there that it's got a rusted hook that I don't use it because of that, but the other hook's good. So I already got the equipment, man.
Well, there we go. That was a really good one. I want trademark rights, Blane. Yep, that's where you're gonna have to do shout outs every time you catch it on the bill rig.
Yeah, the bill rig. It's I was able to get out twice this week. Actually, I had some time open up. I went out yesterday around about 2 to 5. Absolutely nothing. Nobody around me was getting anything. Anybody, I kind of walked around and talked to some folks. Went out again today. Went out fairly early. I think I got on the beach around 9 and left about 1. Absolutely nothing. Everyone around me was nothing. We have that. I believe it's a neap tide right now, where it is just super, super low on the bay side and on the Gulf side. So I took advantage of that. I went home with my tail tucked, and I took advantage and unloaded the gear and went back out and climbed sand dunes for about 2 hours looking for spots because it was just so easy to find them. And I marked some decent spots around here in Perdido that I was just able to see so well with the tide being so low, the structure and all.
Mm-hmm.
I went down back to some of my fall spots that I was fishing. I haven't been back since October just to see if they changed any, and things like that. So that's how I spent my time, my afternoon after the skunk. And so it was productive.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's a great way to, get out now, especially on like north wind days for us on the Panhandle here. When the water's pushed out, low tide, north wind, and just see what that structure's doing up there.
Yeah, and it was like I said, at the time of day that I went out, that sun was nice and high. It was beautiful today, absolutely beautiful, and I was just really able to pick through those spots and mark my territories, man. Mark my territories, so I know where to go. I found one that's gonna take like an ATV to get down to, man. But I'm willing, man. I was like, yeah, that is it, because nobody's gonna want to commit to walking down there,
Yeah.
You need a motorized cart.
Yeah, I got a plan already. I got my brother coming to town. My brother will be here next week, and he'll be here for a week, man. He hadn't fished since this time last year, so he's up for anything, man. I'll have him down there, and we're gonna go check out some of those spots.
Thunder!
Thunder!
Say, what's up?
Rockstar, what's going on, dude? Good to see you.
He's like, hey.
But
awesome.
this weekend I'm hemmed up. I'll get out early Sunday morning. I'll get out. I wanted to come to the Navarre rod test, man. I was planning after y'all made the announcement.
Mm-hmm.
I told the wife, "Hey, I'm going to Navarre," and she was like, "Yeah, I got circus tickets." I was like, "What?"
Oh no. That happened.
These are things we're supposed to discuss. Yeah.
That's marriage, man. We're not supposed to know these things until our wives tell us, or our significant others.
I'd already told Demo, I was like, "Hey, man, I'll be there Sunday." Awesome. It was like 30 minutes later, I was like, "Never mind."
My bad. Going to the circus.
Nope, I wouldn't. I'd be like, nope, no, I didn't tell him that. If she asked me, I didn't tell him anything. I didn't get any text. I don't know what he's talking about.
But, and just man, I'm just like everybody else, man. I am just waiting for we get our daylight back next weekend, I believe. Some life, anything. I mean, I didn't see dolphins today. I didn't see birds. I saw nothing, and I was out there for hours. So just that life is coming. I went and picked up some new casting spoons and diamond jigs today, getting ready for the Spanish and stuff like that.
There you go.
So it's a waiting game. I got my camping trip coming up the end of March, and then we'll be moving into tournament time. I think when I get back from that trip, the Pump Stomp opens, so I'll be fishing that one, and then obviously we have the showdown at the end of the month.
Yeah. Speaking of the showdown, you got any details on the mini shootout this weekend?
Yeah, we're gonna do first 13-inch or bigger whiting. Quick video, submit it to the page. We'll take the prize pack. I'll announce all this on the page when we get done here. And we're still sitting on Clips rigs, the Get 'em Green rigs, and 4 packs of fish bites. So 10 rigs, 4 packs of fish bites for that winner.
That's awesome. This is gonna be what? This is the third attempt?
This is the third. I skipped a week. I skipped 1 week just because it was it's just been how it's been. And so this is really this will be the 4th week
right
without a winner.
You just had to
I
bring it
thought
up.
for sure.
You just had to bring it up, didn't you?
I thought for sure somebody was going to get the black drum.
I did too.
I
I was like, here we go.
man.
Now we got one.
I hate both of you.
They
So
decided to
much.
leave. They decided to leave.
Didn't
But
you
the
have
tournament
one on, Brian, or
I did. I had a I had a so I if you guys haven't seen it on the Fishcomb video, I had a very nice black drum get on, and it decided that it did not want to stay. I got it to about I'd say 20 yards, and it found a nice shelf with and it found a nice hole it wanted to stay in. It was a great fight, really good fight. Just didn't work out in the end. But I text as soon as it happened. I text Blane. I was like, "Anybody catch one yet?" And he's like, "No." I was like, that hurts a lot. But I mean, that's fishing, man. It's all good in the end. It was like whatever, it happened. So I'm not worried about it. Oh, we got some comments for you though. Danny Stone Outdoors, Blane, Robert, what's up? Bill said it's been a tough time for everybody. It absolutely has.
Yeah.
Larry Grossman, I think, pushed pause in the comments, but I don't know if that works like that. But hey, it's cool. Cliff, surf fishing is like hunting. Want to know why? My theory. Absolutely, I really want to know why.
Yeah, sure.
What do you got? Hey, speaking of that, so you got the 2 kayaks and you got the canoe. And I know you've been playing with the canoe a little bit more. What's been your enjoyment there, man? I mean, we talk all sides there. How have you been enjoying it? You liking it, Thunder?
I love them. The second Old Town I picked up, it's identical to my first one. It's just a different color. So, but the canoe has been fun. And then right when I got them, it was super cold, and I got soaking wet the first time in the canoe. And I'm putting this thing up. And then trout was out for us for the month of February. Yeah. So I wasn't in the kayak that much. But I'm about to get back at it. This is the perfect time of year for that kind of stuff, man. That canoe is going to be fun. It's super light. It treks really well. I was very surprised of how quick that thing is. It's quicker than the pedal drive, man. I can get that thing moving. Nice. And I'll definitely be using that to guide and having the clients use the pedal drives. Okay. And so that was the main reason I got that. But I'm going to have some fun in it too, I'm sure.
And speaking of that, you just picked up a new sponsor.
Hammerhead. Yep, Hammerhead with the coolers. They do Hammerhead kayaks. Eddie's got his hands in a lot of stuff. He has a seafood company. He does kayak trailers that are awesome.
Yeah, I need
nice kayak trailers, the coolers, the Hammerhead kayaks, all that. So we started working together with the coolers. I'm going to take one out on the camping trip and see how it does. 4 days out there with ice and see how it holds and all that stuff. And I got a good feeling about it.
Yeah, they look awesome. Yeah, it seems like he's got a little bit of everything going on.
Well, in that case, so we've got the mini shootout, we've got the regular stuff. Make sure everybody's staying tuned to the shootout page on the Facebook. Make sure you're following that group. That way you know what's going on with those. You got some fun stuff coming there. Man, I'm sorry you got skunked, but yeah, it's rough right now.
It's rough. It's about to turn on though, guys.
Yeah. Couple more weeks. A couple more weeks, man. It's gonna be. I got chartered next week, and I'm hoping it's gonna be a start. No, a couple whiting, I'll be good, but I've had a few people have pushed off because it's just been so crazy. It's like, look, it's not even worth coming out right now. It's just so slow on the beach. But it's 70-degree weather, the water's heating up, big fish are showing up, squid are at the pier. Things are going to be happening pretty quick. I can't wait. I love it. I love this time of year when it just kind of comes alive.
And I'm barefooted to get on the beach, which is just a plus already. Last 2 trips I've been barefooted. I'm like, all right, here we go. We're back. Man.
That was nice this past week to get there barefoot on the beach. That was a nice change.
Yeah.
All right, so if anybody wants to find you, how do they find you?
Perdido Blane. Any platform, just Perdido Blane. I have a website up also. Running the guides full time now, both surf and kayak. And I'm in the process of building out an overnight kayak camping guide also. So keep a lookout for that. pass around the information. I much appreciate it.
Absolutely.
Awesome. Yeah, we're looking forward to getting over there fishing the shootout and being over there. It's gonna be a good time. Awesome report, man. Appreciate it, and hopefully somebody wins those rigs this weekend.
Yeah. I think Salty's up next. So after this one's done, we'll do Salty's, and with fish bites will be included in that one also.
Good deal.
Yeah,
Awesome,
man.
brother. Well, thanks.
All right,
We
guys.
appreciate it.
Bye, Thunder.
See you, buddy. That's awesome, man.
Always fun seeing Thunder.
It is.
All
All right, so Cliff actually said,
yeah, it's true.
there we go. Well, I'll go on there. There we go.
Yeah.
Yeah. Bam, fish, just like hunting now in the day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that's why I like that last. I love golden hour for the sunset. I don't like getting up early, but I mean the sunset bite right around the same thing. You get that last bit of light. But yeah, it's just like when we went to Princess. We were there first thing in the morning, and throwing out spoons and just killing it with blues. But as soon as the sun came up, gone. They're out of there.
Yeah, and just like those was it Sean we were talking to about the blackfin tuna though? But he was talking about the same thing. You get out there and you're tearing them up from just before sun up, and then as soon as that sun breaks up and gets up, up maybe an hour after sunrise, done. And fish are gone.
Might as well switch the bait and go for something else. Rob, sorry that you showed up. Good to see you, buddy. If you guys haven't checked out, Rob Foster has got some new hats out. He's got some new gear coming with his rigs, and is
mine coming.
Lots of fun stuff with the rigs there. We got some cool stuff going there. Larry, I heard this when I saw him post about it, lost hooked Vinny Slobberino and lost it. He said it was a monster. Larry, was that on the fly rod though? I can't remember. I want to say it was, but I don't remember.
I think it was a set rig. He got that.
Oh, was it a set? Okay.
Yeah.
I still got to talk to Larry about. I got to get his episode set up there so we can talk, because I really want to know about fly fishing in the surf, because I'm not coordinated.
Yeah.
Bill, is always good to hear from you. Larry, Pomp Rig. Okay. Larry actually just came back from a really frozen trip too. He wanted to go out and play in the snow. Thankfully, he's home.
There you go. Yeah, it's too cold to be. It was nice. I had some folks that wanted to cast the over the bar, so I met them on the beach last Saturday morning. And man, it was so nice. 70-some degrees out there, barefoot on the beach. It was great. Having a good time. It's just I'm so ready for like deep spring and going into summer. It's going to be awesome. All right, let's go through our scroll. We're at
scroll away, sir. Scroll away.
Let's bring here. Sure.
Yeah, Larry, nose float with chartreuse bead. Cliff with get 'em greens. There's a reason they're called that. He murders with that rig, so that green bead is dangerous.
Yeah, it is. Flip is thinking, does it want to share? Come on, share.
Littering and
There's littering and I'm gonna refer.
God, I love that movie.
I love that movie. All right, now these open. I hope so. All right, this is our buddy Brock Meyer over in Panama City. Getting on grouper. What's it? Yeah, nice gag grouper.
I don't know. I can't see it.
Oh, is it? It's not. Oh.
Remember, you're laggy.
Dang it. What's it doing? It's still doing that.
This is funny.
Yeah, maybe I won't scroll. But anyway, Brock Meyer got on some nice gag grouper. How about this one? Is the video playing? Hammerheads around the kayak?
Dude, it's not even moving. It's just your face. You're stuck.
This sucks. Anyway, if you guys are members of the land-based shark fishing group, there's a video on that page of these giant hammerheads cruising around these dudes in kayaks. It is nuts.
Oh, I remember that.
That is just, it is crazy.
Nope. No good.
Didn't do it at all. Well, you know what? My scroll is probably not going to work.
Let's see if mine will work. Let's see if mine pops up.
Let's stop remove. There we go. Go ahead, send away.
All right. Should be live to you.
There we go. Add to stream.
That did. Oh, I already got the bill.
I'm gonna send you mine then.
Yeah. Send me the link. Oh, why is it
Yeah.
doing that? Oh, because I clicked that because I'm a moron.
Yeah.
All right. So here is the young lad that Bill was talking about. I mean, look at that. That is a monster.
Yeah, that's what's about right now. Look at them smiles.
Absolute best part. And look at that. That's a big fish. Hey, a little trout. Little trout. And a baby red. Look at that tail too, man. I mean, that color. A little bit of munching on some shrimpies. I love that, man. All right, what do we got going on? Oh, that's Bill's text. All right, so here we go. Finally got some keepers here. Trigger, come on, work with me. Yes, you want to.
There you go.
A little bit of trigger happiness going on here. It's going to be a yummy meal. As you can see, Poppy McPop. So definitely came up from a little deep there. A little pink happiness going there. But good day out on the water. That was George out here in Navarre. Got on the yak.
I've seen some nice triggers being caught. Nice reports coming in.
This is out of the East Coast. I do have a couple to talk about the East Coast because they just finished up the sand spike shootout. And the East Coast is, again, their weather has been really playing quite nicely for them. So they're getting more pomps starting to show up. But good looking fish. They got some really good ones here.
Oh, yeah. Look at that.
Yeah. That's Allison from A Real Love. Definitely be talking. She's been catching sheepies in the surf, which I'm envious.
Yeah.
But she's got a lot of really good information. If you guys haven't taken a look at Real Love, there's going to be some fun ones there.
She's another one that does some great recipes.
Oh, yeah, she does.
Yeah.
A little detail from the podcast that's going to come out, but she is one of the very few people that has caught all 50 species on the Catch a Memory program. And she's also one of the ambassadors for the program. I'll get more into that in the podcast episode she's on. But
Nice.
one of our good captains, old Sean, went out.
Mm-hmm.
Look at that pretty thing. Sean's been having a killer time out there. He cheated and went out on a boat this week, but, there's no judgment.
That's what I'm talking about. Look at that snapper, man. And that's normal. People are tearing them up.
It's healthy. I mean, belly's good. I fully agree, man. I really do. Here's another one. You know what? I'm just going to do this because, reasons. I should just open it in tabs because that's smarter. Okay, this one's kind of funny.
Oh, yeah, I see that. That is definitely reason for divorce. What are you doing?
Yeah! She made it transportable. That's
Yeah. She just made a travel rod, that's all.
What'd you do? All right, Spencer. We did a podcast a week ago, but look at that bucket. Right. Whiting. Look at that cook. That's going to be a lot of good food right there. So they're doing quite well over there. Hopefully that's going to be us here soon. The Saltwater Yankees shared a really good post. So if you're not following Saltwater Yankees, really, he's got some cool stuff coming on with some featured posts and some other stuff popping in there. But as you can see here, got some good information. But look at these fish. I mean, look at, how many inches is that? It can 16, 17 to the fork. Yeah, just fine right there. Just fine.
Yeah, that's nice.
And then I think that was my. I didn't have a ton of things for this week's. I don't know. I went through and I was like, it's so slow here. We're not getting great things to report on. So I didn't get a lot of good stuff there.
I did see that show, and I had they have a new Gulf Breeze tackle whiting, first place whiting, Dawson Dines, 2.118 pounds. The thing is a monster.
Yeah.
That,
for 2 pounds. I mean, a whiting at 2 is impressive. Do I have the text? Anyway, we got a good text from Carl. He was out on the pier here in Navarre. standing next to somebody, and they caught a monster whiting, baby red, essentially. I don't think that person weighed it, but it was a tank of a whiting.
I thought it was. I had to double take, and I was like, at first look, that's a redfish. I was like, oh, nice red, caught from the pier, and it was a monster whiting.
Yep.
So
with 2 things this weekend, we really want you guys to concentrate. First one, obviously Sunday. We want to see you. But also, don't forget, there's still a monster sale going on up at Outcast Bait and Tackle. I may or may not have gone and bought stuff.
I know you went.
I went at 4 o'clock in the morning, which was really stupid. I don't want to do that again. It was quite busy. The funny part of my day was I got a bucket filled up, and then I realized, holy crap, this line's going to take me over an hour, and I had to leave. And I don't advocate what I did here. And if anybody, I apologize. I didn't mean any harm. Actually, I didn't do any harm. But I did set my bucket down into a back corner area and went back at 4 o'clock, and my bucket was still in the same spot. So I didn't have to reshop, which was great.
I think it would have been funny if somebody walked up with your bucket and was like, how much for all this stuff? Like,
hey, who did this? I appreciate you.
Get a nice bucket for me.
That's so crazy, man. That's stupid. But they do have a lot of rods. They have a ton of rods, reels. Their cobias were the big ones for the big names. There's a lot of fishing line. I know I picked up a bunch. This is $12.95 for 300 yards of 15-pound braid. Not a bad price to get some lines. Lures.
The Missouri braid?
What's that?
Was it the Missouri braid?
Yeah, the Missouri. Yeah.
Nice.
They're glass minnows. These are the heavier ones. Mostly went for my kayak, but this is 12. This is a 12 pack for $18. Not bad for half-ounce jigs with tails on them. But the other one, the big one, was baits. Baits were going really cheap. That's the trout tricks. That was right around the same price. Fish bites were running at $3 a bag, and tackle boxes, which these things, we have a ton of them. We all need them. It is what it runs. But this was $4 normally. These are the Planos. They're normally $6. Saved a couple bucks here and there, but definitely worth getting your hands on. And the big one, Bill and I were talking about a pre-show because it's one of those few things that magically grows legs every year is bubblers. They had the big monster bubblers at $8 a bubbler, and they had the Squatch. Those glass minnows will destroy them. Oh, don't you tease me, sir. Oh, the way.
I think all I have to do is be on the other side of the second bar.
It's like if I had a thing that would let me get out there. But yeah, there's a ton of things. Oh, here it is. Yeah, the baby bubblers. They're normally, I think they're normally 8, but they went down. They're down to 5, nice. $5.95. And with Squatch, I'm going to ask a favor, if you would, please, Phil, if you could either shoot me a link or reshare your video for the buckets, the tier that you had set up. That brilliant thing. I think we got the sand fleas coming back, so I think it's a great one for everybody to refresh on. But yeah, I got a ton of good things, and I keep going through it, and I'm like, man, 4 o'clock me was not talking. 4 a.m. me was not talking to 4 p.m. me. So it worked out. But yeah, I mean, you're picking up itty bitties for 50 cents. I mean, it's just, if you're looking to get your hands on some stuff, definitely worth going. You've got 8 o'clock to, I believe it's 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. for the rest of the weekend. So you've got tomorrow, really good opportunity to get up there in the morning, go get some bait, get yourself set up. And what forum do you go on to see all the comments? Every platform has something different.
Yeah, Phil's watching us on YouTube. Where he's got it from Salt Squatch. So.
Yep, the Squatchy one. And the toy I've been playing with all night. New gaff.
The gaff?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're too excited about that.
$5. It's nice. I have no, let's be honest, I should not have a gaff.
No.
There are certain things that Brian should not have his hands on. This is one. But yeah, so we got that one. And then this Sunday, you guys already heard about it. We're going to be out there rocking it. We're going to have all the gear set up. It's going to be a good time. Depending on how it runs, it might become a I'll bring on the tuna. Oh, I wish. God, I wish.
Yeah. That would be nice. But yeah, Sunday's gonna be a great time. We're gonna be out there starting at 8 o'clock. We'll be out there earlier, probably be out there about 6:30 or so to secure us some spots. And then as we mentioned at the beginning of the live stream, all the folks that are going to be out there, it's going to be a great time. This is your opportunity to come out, throw a rod that you've been thinking about buying, been on the fence about buying. Majority of the reels are going to have Mexis knobs on them, so you want to check those out. Just different. This is now's your chance to see it on a reel, actually get the fit, form, and function of it, and same with the rods. It's going to be a good event. I'm looking forward to it. If only we need someone with a food truck that did donuts and something else, that would be awesome.
Yeah, if anybody's got a friend that's got a food truck, text them. Be like, hey, I know where a bunch of people are going to be there, so come bring your truck. Salt Squatch, at the Outcast sale, I got a sleeve of those glass minnows and a bucket full of lures for chasing jacks in the surf. Nice. Very nice pickup, sir.
Yeah, because you're going to end up tearing up those lures from the jacks.
Oh, yeah. I have heard they just destroy when they hit.
Yeah.
I didn't think it was like that.
They're just monsters. But they're fun. Foster, everyone needs a gaff.
Everyone but me.
Dude, never used one. But everyone needs one. That's
you
right.
need one. Why? I don't know. I mean, I don't have to bring it to the surf now. Yeah.
Mr. Grossman plans on coming out, Larry.
Cool.
Good. Fish a little fire. Yep. Cool. We'll look forward to seeing you out there. Well, that must be the timer. It's time to go.
No, that's Cliff sending me a text about something that I didn't remember. Details for Sunday. You don't want to miss it.
Details for Sunday. Awesome. You guys come on out for that. That's going to be awesome. Again, appreciate everybody stopping by, hanging out with us tonight. As you do every week, we put this together just to make sure you guys have all the information. You need to tell my wife I need to go Sunday. Okay, Donnie's wife, he needs to come out here. He's got to be there.
He has to. I mean,
he's got to test those with the bar rods. He's got to test those daggers. He's got to know which one he really likes before he buys it.
He's trying to. We're saving you money by letting him try before he buys. And
absolutely. Make sure you're making the right decision.
The right.
That's right.
You'll make the right choice.
The right choice. Maybe you need 2 or 3. I tell you. So I did do a demo the other day. Quick story. They wanted to come out and throw you over the bar rods. So I showed up on the beach. They were throwing you over bar rods. Then I showed them the Florida surf tackle bullet, and they were like, "Oh, this is what I need." I'm like, "It's absolutely what you need." So you just never know. Like, heavy in your mind, this is what I want, but until you come out and throw it, all bets are off. You never know. So,
do I have the ugly stick in it? No, I sold the ugly stick. I was like, I'll bring the ugly stick just for the mocking one that I hate.
If anybody wants to throw a bamboo rod or a 2x4, the ugly stick, it's a
friggin' thing.
Good stuff.
Larry, Pyramid Weights Outcast sale. Yep, lead was cheap. So so everybody, there you go. Go to Outcast on Saturday, pick up your terminal tackle, pick up all the lures you can while you can, because you're going to use them when the run hits, and then when the summer gets died off a little bit, you're going to move around, so you're going to need to get some other stuff. So stack up on all the gear you can get while you can get it at a reasonable price. Hey, it's going to be there. Don't forget, you've also got the Emerald Coast Bait and Tackle mega sale coming up too in the month, so you're going to have another good opportunity to get your hands on some more gear. And work on that one. You can talk to Josh about that when he comes out on Sunday from Emerald Coast Bait and Tackle. He'll be out there to give you a lot of good information.
Absolutely. As always, thanks for hanging out with us. Tune in next week, 7:30, same time. Share it out to all your friends. That's why we do it. So until next week, here comes the outro.